Hello students, after some days again welcome to SB Maths class. Today we will discuss about the next part of the chapter relations and functions. I hope that you have watched my previous two videos of this chapter where I have discussed about the basic concepts and actually the Cartesian products and other parts and some basic concepts of relations. What is relation, the definition and other things. If you have not seen, then I will just give the link at the description box below. You will watch those videos. So today let us start the different types of relations what we are discussing about. So students, universal relation. Universal relation. What is universal relation? Actually, what is relation? You will see the videos, then you can understand. I have given the definition, the discussion about all those things. Universal relation means, actually the relation is, what is the relation? Relation means that is from the Cartesian product of the set, that is set itself, to that set only. That is the relation. So universal relation means each element of set A is related to the set A only. That is, each and every element of the set will be related to each and every elements of set A. So what is this relation? Actually the Cartesian product on a set with itself is the universal relation. That is only, if you see the Cartesian product what I have discussed at the previous videos, just you will find all of the elements of this set is making one relation with that set only. Actually there I have given the example with two sets, A cross B was there, but if we take there A cross A instead of B, if we take A cross A, then obviously you will get this result only, that is each element of the set A is just making a relation with every element of the set A only. Okay, so this is the universal relation. The null relation I have told you, null relation or void relation or empty relation, that is no any relation will be there. Another relation is there, that is the identity relation. Identity relation means a relation from A cross A to A is said to be identity relation whenever R equals to this one, that is an element is making relation with itself only, then it is called the identity relation. As for example, if the set A is 1, 2, 3, okay, 1 and 2, then if we can say R equals to 1, 1 and 2, 2, somehow they are making this relation. So it is the identity relation. Okay. Another thing I have not told at the previous videos, the notation of the relation. Notation of the relation, we can say that is A, B belongs to R. This R means the relation not the real number set. Real number set is this one. This is the real number set. Real numbers. But this R stands for the relation. R, or you can say with row. R or row. The relation we can denote the relation with R, capital R, or row. So we can say the relation in this way: AB belongs to R or row, or A R B or A row B. Those are the notations of the relations. If we say the relation, that is, we are studying the relation chapter, then and there some types will come on in our mind, that is the reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Let A, what is this? A not equals to phi, that means A is a non-empty set. So let A not equals to phi be a non-empty set. Then our relation R or row, whatever you want, you can write. So our relation R or row is said to be. Now let us come to the type. Number 1, that is reflexive. Reflexive relation. When a relation is reflexive, that is, if A belongs to R, for all A belongs to the set A. I have given some notations here. This is the ordered pair. Here, this is actually the identity A and A. Both actually this relation, one element is making the relation with itself only. That is, A belongs to R. This opposite A, upside down A. This means that is the for all. This is the notation. This means for all. That is for each and every element. Okay. For all A belongs to A. That is, for each and every element this will hold. It can be written as this also, or you can say that is A row A, for all A belongs to A. You can write ARA or A row A. It can be written as ARA also. Okay. So reflexive relation is this one. Number 2. Symmetric relation. The symmetric relation, if A row B or ARB or AB, whatever, actually 3 types of notations are there. If A row B implies B row A, that is, if A is related to B, implies that B will also related to A. Actually, mind it, those are the ordered pairs. So ordered pairs, that means I have told that is AB not equals to BA in general. In the ordered pairs part I have told this one. So here also A row B implies B row A, that is, if this is equal, AB is equals to BA. If this happens, then we can say that is, this is the symmetric relation. A row B implies B row A. And number 3, transitive. Transitive relation. That means for, actually here I have not written, okay, write down, for all A B belongs to A. Okay. Transitive relation, if A row B and B row C, that is, if 3 elements are there, A, B and C, and A is making a relation with B, the same relation is defined on B and C, then those both will imply that A is also related to C. For all A, B, C belongs to A. I think you have got the definitions: reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Very easy. That is, if one element is making relation with that element only, that itself only, then it is called the reflexive relation. If two elements, if one element is making relation with another element and the vice versa, then it is called the symmetric. And transitive for three elements, if one element is making relation with another and that second element is making relation with another element, the third element, then obviously number one element will, not obviously, actually if it happens, that is, if number one element is making the same relation with the number three element, then we can call that is the transitive relation. So just pause the video and write down those definitions. Now let us come to the example. We have discussed about the reflexive, symmetric and transitive relation. Actually, if for any relation, equivalence relation, if for any relation on a set A, if the relation is reflexive, transitive and symmetric, if those three conditions hold, then we can say that relation is the equivalence relation. Okay, if any of those three conditions doesn't hold, then we can say that is the relation is not equivalence relation. So let us come to an example. Check. In set builder form it is written, the definition of rho is given, that is, if two elements, we pick up two elements from a set A and not A actually, that is Z. For two integers, if the relation is defined as that, if we subtract those two integers, then we can get an even number. So is this relation an equivalence relation? Let us check. So for reflexivity, reflexive means I have told here A rho A. So A rho A, that means if A is an integer, then obviously always A minus B A is 0. For any integer this happens, A minus A is 0 and 0 is an even number and 0 is even. So obviously rho is reflexive. Rho is reflexive, that is A belongs to rho, or you can say A rho A. Any one you will write, that is A belongs to rho or A rho A holds. Okay, reflexive happens. Symmetric, let us see it is symmetric or not. So for symmetric, let us take, let A, B belongs to Z. Two integers we are taking. Then according to the relation, the definition, also let A rho B. So according to the definition, A rho B implies that A minus B is even. So when A minus B is even, we can say minus of A minus B is even. Very easy. That is, if 3 minus 1 equals to 2, it is even. So minus of 3 minus 1, that is minus 2, it is also even. So whenever minus of A minus B is even, then we can say B minus A is even. Those are the techniques of the junior classes only. In class 7, 8 you have done these type of things. So B minus A is even. Here for A minus B is even, A row B holds. So B minus A is even, so obviously we can say B row A holds. So A row B implies B row A. That means we have got the symmetric relation. So obviously row is symmetric. Okay. So let us see transitivity holds or not. So for transitive, relation, let A, B, C are three integers and A row B, B row C holds. A, B, C are three integers and A row B, B row C both holds. So whenever A row B holds, then A minus B is even. Whenever B row C holds, then we can say B minus C is even. You know, even plus even is always even. The addition of two even numbers is always even number. So here we can say A minus B plus B minus C is even. So from here we can say here minus B plus B, those will cancel out. From here we can say A minus C is even. So when we have got the conclusion, A row B, that is A minus B was even, B minus C was even. From those two combining, we are getting A minus C is even. So whenever A minus C is even, we can say A row C holds. So what we have got? From A row B and B row C, we are getting A row C holds. So obviously it is transitive relation. So just see this relation, what we have taken, this relation we have got reflexive, this is symmetric also, and also transitive. Three conditions hold. So obviously this row is equivalence relation. This row is one equivalence relation. Okay, so just I think you have got this example. Just pause the video and again if you want you can go through this example. Okay, so students, today up to this we have discussed about three main types of the relation, and those combining we are getting the equivalence relation. That is one of the most important relations you will get at the next parts of the classes. Okay, so if this is informative to you, so please subscribe my channel. Actually you are viewing my videos but not subscribing, so please subscribe my channel to get the latest updates. And also if you find this is informative, so please give a like. So thank you students.